Hello everyone on the channel of SUBIR VERMA, where I talk about job search and how do you grow in your career. Today I'm going to talk about the most important characteristic of any individual called trust. Trust takes you ahead in your professional career, takes you ahead in your personal relationship. Now, what is trust? Recently, there was a fight going on where two friends were fighting in the battle. One friend went ahead and he was in the line of fire with the enemies. He had some gunshot which wounded that person. The second friend asked his commander that, "Sir, I have to go and save my friend." The commander did not give the permission to him. He said, "Idiot, if you go, you will also die like your friend has died." He persuaded for 2-3 times, but the commander did not give the permission. On the fourth occasion, this friend went ahead to save his friend. He went there, and after 2-3 minutes, he came back. Once he was coming back, his commander shouted at him, "What have you gained? What if the bullet would have hit you? You would have also died like your friend." The friend said, "Sir, when I went there, my friend was alive. And he said, I knew you will come." This is trust. Somebody who is looking for your trust, somebody who is looking for your support, you are able to provide that support unconditionally and in any circumstances. That is called trust. In professional environment or personal environment, there are 3 pillars for any trust. The first is credibility. Credibility means your knowledge, how much knowledge you have on the subject. The second is reliability, your consistency of behavior. Are you behaving in consistent manner all the time? Or today you are in a different mood, you are behaving nicely, you are in a different mood, tomorrow you behave differently. So consistency of behavior leads to reliability. And the third is intimacy. How much emotional connect you have with the individual. So 3 things, if you are able to address reliability, credibility and intimacy, you would be able to develop strong trust either at workplace or in your personal relationship. Today we are going to talk about 10 such things which will help you build strong credibility at workplace or in personal relationship. The first is, a word is a word, a promise is a promise. Jaan jaye par vachan na jaye. If you have promised something, you must deliver. Remember, at workplace, you should always under promise and over deliver. For example, if you have told your boss that you will be submitting the assignment on Friday evening at 4 o'clock, you must submit at Friday evening 4 o'clock or before that. Even if you exceed by 30 minutes, 40 minutes, which means that you are not able to meet the deadline, you are not able to meet the promise which you have kept. So if you are promising, live up to your promise. If you are giving a word, you must stick to your word. You must deliver what you have promised. And that builds the foundation of any trust in any relationship. The second way to gain anyone's trust is honesty and transparency. Many a times we all commit mistake, but what we do is we try to cover up. एक झूठ को छुपाने के लिए हम 10 झूठ बोलते हैं. Stop that practice. We all are human beings and mistakes are bound to happen. So if something has happened, you try to tell in right manner, you try to articulate and you try to say things very honestly and transparently. गलती हो गई है, उसको मान लीजिए. Next time onwards, you can always improve and don't do that mistake. The third is admit mistake. At workplace or at home, we all commit mistake. ह्यूमन बीइंग, हम लोग आदमी हैं, और जब ह्यूमन बीइंग ही मिस्टेक करेगा तो अगर आप कोई भी काम करते हैं तो मिस्टेक होना ही है, और उन गलतियों से आप सीखते हैं. जितनी गलतियां आप करेंगे उतनी जल्दी आप सीखेंगे. अगर आप सीखेंगे तो नेक्स्ट टाइम वो मिस्टेक आप नहीं करेंगे और आपकी लर्निंग एज ए प्रोफेशनल, एज ए ह्यूमन बीइंग बहुत ही फास्ट होगी. डिस्प्ले लॉयल्टी. Loyalty is something which everybody is looking for, whether it is a brother-sister relationship, brother-brother relationship, or husband-wife relationship, or a team member and team manager's relationship. One of the way to cultivate loyalty is do not gossip about that individual. Do not speak bad about that individual in his absence. If you are able to speak good about the individual in his absence, which means that you are loyal to that person. Remember, if you are thinking that person is not there and if you are bitching about that person, those words, those sentences, those messages will reach that individual, and there you lose the credibility. Speak from the heart, show your emotions. You will see most of the movies or any story which creates a deep impact on you are the stories which have emotional quotient. Emotion drives people. Emotion pushes people. The biggest motivation for anybody is the emotional quotient which the person has. For example, in your team, if you want to motivate somebody, try to understand what motivates that person, what drives that person. Is everything good at his home? So trying to speaking from the heart and showing your emotion is one of the way to connect. Next way to create trust is help people as much as you can. Everybody is going through turbulence in life. That does not mean you will not stand by the person. Helping somebody else in whatever capacity you are. You may not be a very rich person or you may not be a very high position person in an organization, but you will find every day some or the other opportunity where you can get a chance to support that person. If you help the person, definitely that goodness will come to you. And when you are helping the person, do not help with certain intention that I am helping so he will also help me. नेकी कर दरिया में डाल. आपको दूसरे की हेल्प करना है और ये कर्मा हमेशा वापस आता है. If you are, I have seen many times in my life, in my personal life, I can share a series of stories in some other video. I have seen that if you are helping somebody in difficult times, you will get some support from uncertain quarters, from people to whom you don't know. They will be able to stand by you. So I strongly believe that if you are able to help somebody, if you have got an opportunity to help someone, do help. It always comes back. Clear communication. Communication is something many times we assume things that I have communicated this. In that process, a few of the words, few of the intentions, few of the clarity is missed. So it is very important that you communicate what you want from your team members, what you want from your family members in a very clear-cut terms. And some people, like for example, my communication was not good. Many times my team member will tell me that the expectation is not matching, and if he's bringing something, he brings something which I have not told. So I could realize that probably I have not articulated the way they wanted. One of the good way to ensure clear communication, once you have given certain instruction or once you have asked something the person to do, ask him to paraphrase. Have you understood? Can you articulate what I have told you or what is my expectation? Or if somebody is giving you certain commands, certain orders, certain instructions, be it office or at home, why don't you ask that this is what I have understood? Is that okay? This is what you are expecting from me? So clear communication in a manner which other person is expecting and what you need to deliver is extremely important, and one of the way to do it is to paraphrase, communicate your understanding and be on the same page. The 9th tip to build trust is to avoid self-promotion. We all love to talk about ourselves, what we have done, how much we have achieved, where we went to visit, how much good player we are. These are certain things which we must avoid. Self-promotion need to be avoided. When you are discussing with certain person, it is about that person. Take an empathetic view, try to understand what he is trying to say. If you understand what he's trying to say, if you listen to him actively what he's trying to say, you will be able to win his heart. You will be able to give that attention which the person is looking for. So when you are talking to somebody, don't have any distraction, don't look at phone, don't scroll reels, or do not start working on your laptop. Give the full attention to that individual. You can have a short discussion. If you have short of time, you can have a short discussion, but whatever time you are discussing with that person, give full attention to that individual. And final tip to build trust is to stand by what you think is right. If you believe in certain thing, that what you are doing or what you are trying to do is right, that is something you must stand by, because once you have bended or once you have started doing wrong things, there is no end to it. But just a word of caution, in an office scenario, when you are dealing with your superiors or when you are dealing with your leadership team, try to persuade what you think is right 1 time, 2 times. But even after that, if your point of view is not taken positively, you need to withdraw. Because remember, the leadership team or people who are senior to you have larger visibility. So try to persuade, but take a back seat in corporate situation where your point of view is not understood. But when it comes to your values, ethics and character, even with the leadership team, even in the corporate scenario, you must stand by what you think is right. So these are 10 things which you practice in your personal life, in your professional life, you will be able to build that trust. And remember, to be successful, you need to be a trustful person. If you are a trustworthy person, if your seniors, if your family members think that in the times of trouble, if I have to go to someone, he is the person to whom I can go, then life is easier for you. In this channel, I share about job search secrets, unhidden tips through which you can find job in a much shorter time. And if you are an early corporate person, how you can grow in your corporate career much faster. If you like my video, subscribe to the channel and do comment, like and share with your friends so that like you are benefiting, they can also benefit from my experience. Thank you very much for watching.